Ladies and gentlemen, Ibrahim. It's a nice, beautiful Saturday morning now. Today, November is November 11th, 2023. Guys, uh, it's a lot. It's a lot. For some of we're very sad. Knowing what we know about the values of democracy, and when we see the sufferings of our brothers and sisters, it's we know say they not deserve for live the kind of a terrible life that they live. So picking them not able for grow up as picking them. I watched a movie yesterday, made me wife for picking them. I mean the story is not a story was strange. It's not like a story we will not ever see before. But it just reminded me again, it's a refresher. It's on Netflix, it's called Inganu. The movie titled Inganu. N as in November, G as in golf, A as in alpha, N as in November, U as in umbrella. Enganu. I think it's set in Cameroon. A very, nice movie. Basically, the story is all about this guy we named Inganu, where they grew up. They meet him, papa, they beat him a man house. I mean, to the point where on the final day, this papa was like probably 8, 9 years old. The last thing now, the final thing when papa they beat him, mama take tick. They don't go on so a whopper. He head split, you see him score. This small boy not even for beer, himself take stone, he stone him papa. Now he head also a whopper, then papa himself die. So mama die, papa die. So Inganu, this young man, grew up now as an orphan. We grew up, when himself get woman, that the same pattern and continue. It's a vicious circle. Himself begin beat this girl. A born pikin. And pikin self can see the same thing when himself see, the same trauma we see. They beat him mama. They beat him mama. Beat her like an animal. Animal themselves not deserve that kind of a beat they. Till finally this guy in Ghana, he terrorize all man of the village beside there. So one day one of the guy them we get small shop in the village community. Excuse me, now you read the camera over radio. And then the Cameroon, the based off of how they set the movie, Cameroon be one for recruits new soldier them for them go fight against the Boko Haram. They will become closer to the Cameroon border from Nigeria. So tell the other guy provoke and say, "Nganu, all day you beat you you beat people beginning you beat all man you fight. Go now let go join the army. Come on I'll tell you one fight, then they pay you now. Go let go join the army, then go pay you, we go fight, say that they go pay you." So then they touch Ngannou. But Ngannou, don't forget, he was a very troubled young man. Psychologically, he's been scared. He's been scarred. It don't become very narcissistic, very narcissistic personality, very psychopathic, schizophrenic, anything we can think of. Basically, Ngannou need help from a psychologist. And fortunately for him, the military gave an opportunity because when that guy shared with us, hey, the Cameroon military, they enlist new soldier man them. I go join. He did it now. The military able for change in mindset and in person, in lifestyle, the way he perceive life. Because up until the day when they graduate, you know, be even inviting in woman we left now. So although you know be married them, but you know even invite them, you know even tell them outside they go. Because you know sabi anything but respect na the host. You know sabi nothing. All which is sabi that violence, no respect for woman and nothing like that. So even the day of the graduation, where everybody invites them, with them, then picking them, ain't got no team up now, they turn at the field because they don't even know. Say that we for do for invite your family members and for they can graduate. Because this young man grew up with love. That's a lot of Sierra Leoneans they like it today. The generation that we are breeding. We get politicians them that are just crooked. They care about their families only, they care about their pockets only. But not care about the rest of the Sierra Leoneans them. So I felt the need to share this Ingano story with you, this guy. Of a story of how the military changing life, the military will make you understand, say, love day. There's a thing called love. You can live and you can grow up in a peaceful environment. I mean, life is difficult everywhere. But picking and still for be picking them. Picking and deserve to be loved, they deserve to be taken care of. We see with young sisters them and brothers them where they come up for God at the Middle East for go walk. I mean, amidst the mountain evidence after evidence of the women, the teeth woman in other parts of the world, and they, especially woman them, because man they, for talk, right? Woman them, they rape them, take advantage of them. Yes, there's few cases that we survive. We agree. Few cases survive the maker. But we know say majority of the other cases them very terrible, and no Sierra Leonean or no African black woman no deserve for go through it, and they go through at the hands of these Middle Eastern guys them, especially in the Lebanon area, then Kuwaiti and all inside in there. Because I know say life in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai or inside in the Emirates, it's a lot more better compared to the Kuwaits, the Oman, and these other places, Lebanon, all these other places. We sister do not deserve for good. The catch box they tell about the Tonkolili mines alone, where they mention how we get over 13 billion, tons of iron ore. That need to last for at least 60 years. We mine until for the next 60 years. That Tonkolili no more. We'll not talk about any other partner CLA. We'll just talk about iron ore. We're not talk about out of the 32 mineral resources in the world, Salone get 22 mineral resources. So we'll not even talk about any other thing. We talk about the iron ore alone. We're in the Tonkolili mines. That is second largest across Africa, in the West African region. The second largest iron ore deposit inside Sierra Leone. But yet, look at the state of affairs of our country. With sister and brother and they suffering and then part of the world and they punish them. Waiting to because we leaders don't even get ideas of how to create jobs for them. Country will get all kind of mineral resources. If we say we want to turn the mineral resources that they into value added, we mean say from every mineral, we will for produce something out of it, like the iron ore. Salone for be like one of the topmost when it comes to exporting processed iron ore that is used to build across the world. This that the world need every day constantly. Salone for create on that day alone, maybe create a million jobs just on iron ore. Reprocessing, follow get iron ore where they export, Salone they export them. And think about how valuable we money could be with the export iron ore outside to the rest of the world, where they bring in foreign exchange, dollars, euros, pounds, whatever it is. But because we get leaders them, past and present, don't get me wrong. We only get in the past government of the APC, there was a little bit of fairness. Because, for example, we see how people can get jobs, they work, London mining, become, and all that stuff. Then they. So, level of fairness. But still, we're not able to maximize the potential we'll get. Then the SLPP came, of course, it's worse. It's night and day. And then they like it today. When people get an opportunity for them to go vote, we see how the votes turn out. And now we'll go for sit back another 5 years with the patience we wait. Everybody they pray to God because that's the Sierra Leone we don't get now. We get all kind of lawyers them across that country. All kinds of lawyers. But a one green lawyer and I stand out at this time. Actually, I'll give it back to the other lady, Basita Michael. She's always been consistent as well. He even resigned from the JLC, the Judicial Legal Service Commission, after they illegally fired Lara Telopia as the Auditor General. We saw Basita Michaels resign the position. And she was very vocal too with the Binchumani conference where they all for say peace and all that nonsense when she saw it and called it out for what it is. Watch what they do, not what they say, because that is the SLPP. Waiting and they do is totally different from waiting and say. They say all kinds of stuff for please the international community, but when it comes to actions, it is totally different. We see lawyer Shengwe, Augustine Shengwe Mara. It's been very consistent, fighting for democracy. These are the people who don't stand up. They're like a Sierra Leone, we Sierra Leoneans, so go forget. We've been on social media, myself, Comrade Koita, Cashbox, all these years, teaching civic participation and teaching civic education, letting the people organize and understand what the power we then get. Go talk about civic education today. Talk about myself, Comrade Koita, or Cashbox. There is no way in Sierra Leone at this time you talk about civic education. We don't mention we all three. We make everybody aware because we're not the kind of we can lie on people and give them false hopes. We're not in the business of we can't tell people everything make them feel good for the moment. We come and tell you what we see, how we see them, and we analyze them based of the laws of the land. We use the constitution for back up every argument that we have. We sit down at Sierra Leone today, nobody, all the stakeholders, nobody can call out Honorable Chino Majuba, who was the APC leader of parliament in 5 years, and not take interview across the world for letting hear the cries of the people of Sierra Leone, for talk about the issues affecting our country. No interview in a BBC, none na Voice of America, none na Al Jazeera, not even sitting with the AYV crew, not even sitting down with SLBS, not even sitting with Epic Radio, Radio Mankale, any of them village radio station in our country. That is a total disregard and flagrant disrespect for the people of that nation. Nobody can hold Honorable Chino Majuba accountable for call him out publicly within the APC as a political party. We see President Nkrumah himself Sidom for 6 years going. This man has been silent, even to the point where they go kill people right in front of him, Namakeni. How are we going to protect democracy if folks that are tasked with the responsibility of protecting the civic rights of the citizens of that nation as stakeholders, fundamental stakeholders in a nation, cannot stand up? He's silent. We try to travel across the country. We're all on fed up. We don't games. We don't want to see that nonsense anymore. It was a cool thing initially, but in silence with national issues affecting Sierra Leone's democracy, they're going to travel on the world, say they're going to make peace out of sight, but your own home, you cannot even fix that. We hear all kinds of notions and stories about you being compromised, and they get secrets about you, and I make you not talk, and all of these things after a while begin to seem like it's true. They know all your investments, so if you mistake, then go charge you with criminal charges and blah blah, all kind of nonsense. They go around, and this man is silent. Why is a former president of a nation silent? Again, it goes back because we then know say the greater chunk of the population not civically educated enough for him to stand up and call them out for what they are doing. In 6 years of President Bio, President Nkrumah could not take no radio station, no interviews for talk about the dire consequences and the issues that are affecting the lives of Sierra Leone. He cannot talk about the dire consequences of the policies of the SLPP government. Naya Marabio in 2014 writes President Nkrumah a letter of protest. They talk about the issues in parliament and how he feels in government. This President Biodun write a letter. President Nkrumah cannot stand up today for protect democracy, but he's basking middle the people of Makeni. They go get some useless idiots who go say, hey boy, go Makeni because he went for, they far away from everything. Far away from what? Just because you didn't Makeni means say far away from the problems of the everyday Sierra Leoneans? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? As a former president, if you say you go sit down and you don't care again, but what's happening in the country, you cannot lend your voice. You don't do your own, so you don't mix again. When things are going bad, you say you preserve democracy for 10 years. Now you talk you speech them. You talk about the fact that yes, and so it be no arrest of nobody. Everybody was free to speak up as they spoke up. And they alone forgive pause. If nothing is holding you back, if you're not under threat, if you're not under blackmail, nothing will hold you back. For see what in the happy like today. Teto Michael Magba Mansare na bo. That young man go to City Stadium na President Nkrumah bill and they arrest that young man and then go lock up. You cannot even say anything about it. President Nkrumah cannot say nothing about that. What the hell? What do they think as a people? What do they think as a people? Nobody can hold these people and call them out for who they are, regardless of family ties or relationships or whatever it is. How Salon will go before? How go protect democracy? How go protect the civil rights of the people? How go protect the democratic rights of the people? How go protect the political rights of the people if they one day we are tasked with the responsibility? This man don't make enough money in Sierra Leone. Everything he is today is because of Sierra Leone. If he gets any wealth, any side we go keep behind, and it's because of Sierra Leone, not from my country get her. But our people are suffering. They're taking advantage of our people. President Nkrumah for come and speak on these issues and talk to we as a nation. Take interviews. They lie. They say yes, SLPP ban all the radio station enough for people to interview them. They say David Francis was the former chief, chief minister. We don't ban all radio stations enough for ever invite President Nkrumah for getting airtime. All kinds of things that they talk. This man cannot take up to the radio stations and talk to the people of Sierra Leone as a former president and shed light on some of the issues and give your own perspective on things. We see former presidents from across the world getting involved. President Nkrumah not better pass Obama. If Marabio destroys Sierra Leone like today now, because people like President Nkrumah is Sidom for 10 years, all what he built, the kind of a free space we built for newspapers, radios, and all that stuff that they for establish civil society organization them established that country. All because of President Nkrumah. If they like today, he come, he see this Marabio. The civil society is not doing their job. Imams, pastors, all these people, and we see how they are partisan and tribal. But President Nkrumah before come and speak up. Yeah, but they will go beat him if he speak up. Some people, and these are the things. So democracy is destroyed today because people like President Nkrumah then sit down and watch. And history no go judge you politely. You see, it's something they don't forget about. No, that we don't do. This we don't do. No. Let's talk about the present. The past is very important for reference, and we give him all the reference. We give President Nkrumah so much respect for how he governed that country and in time. But if he come now, for somebody who say love democracy, for say love Salone people, for say care about the problems of Sierra Leoneans, but come on, President Nkrumah. Then you get Sherry Kuku as the leader of the opposition. It take exactly after former President Nkrumah. Instead silent, in order to talk, it gonna ECOWAS Parliament decide we for go defend the death of Evangelist Samson. Honorable Cherry Kuku Komode, a run come Sierra Leone for can approve Fisher. George Fisher, we scatter APC party. Salone people. You know, so some of us, we sad. Me, I know how they feel. I'm sad. I'm very sad. And then you see the problems of people every day. Poor healthcare. You know, the hardship that they country, the difficulty. People, they go sleep with angry belly. Somebody go sleep in all week again. They die with angry. I see a documentary the other day and they talk about rice, therefore be scarce in a not too distant future. Rest, that we staple food, rest. They say rest, they can't scarce just now. Rest, therefore hard for sea. We get all kinds of nice bully lands them across that country. They will never produce your rest. We're not one of the countries that they export from India. Our leaders, just because waiting to when they give them foreigner, they are them business venture and then they get them chapping inside it. So that is all they care about. So they are lazy for put the efforts to empower farmers them within our communities them for them grow their own rice. So go grow your own rice and people will get food self-sufficiency in that country. People will get enough food in the country. So you know, over the past few days, I did reflect quietly. I asked myself the question, what's the way forward now? What do we do? From the look of things, it looks like Sipas will get for wait till 2028 back. But are the idiots them? It's, you know, they tell people and say, no, wait for the 6 months. Hey, Bo, wait for the 6 months. And say after the 6 months, it might be possible so we'll get a rerun of the elections. Hey, Bo, in 6 months, might be over 1 year now. Might be over 1 year in the presidency. We don't see it happen in Nigeria. Where the matter goes to the Supreme Court. Salon, the matter not even reach Supreme Court level. Because nobody don't file case. Because not trust the judiciary. But we see what happen in Nigeria. Tinubu na this, so they Rwanda in 7 year term they because I think Nigeria na 5 or 7 years. I don't forget this one, but one of the two. Not even matter if not 5 or 7 at this point. And now we see the APC as a political party, then go to parliament and get 51 members of parliament. The SLP get almost 90 something because the paramount chief, they all get for join them. So anything where SLP want for do another country now, they go through with or without the support of the opposition because it's all about the votes. APC then tie bargain against we for going to this PR system. Honorable Cheno Majuba inside parliament. Then watch this. Now Keke Thomas and I can tell we say December 7th. It didn't in Twitter. It said I don't pass the PR system in the parliament. Then December 8th, now we'll see the Chief Justice, Babatunde Edwards, come on Twitter. He said, don't empanel judges them for looking into the PR matter. We all know saying they go pass the PR in a court, but PR we don't pass inside parliament. Honorable Chairman Majuba and the APC party, they are aware of this. Now the APC get 51 MPs. I'm sad for democracy. Democracy is dead in Sierra Leone. Because when the people of a nation are not happy, they're not happy with the process of democracy. When you get 70% to 80% of the population not happy about how the democracy to run, it's a failed state. Sierra Leone is finished. We don't see the aspect of the military, the police, everybody deal with the government. Nobody know they hold their responsibilities very sacred. They don't take their oath to man instead of their oath to the constitution. This is the problem we'll get elected in Sierra Leone. So I'm for advise Mr. Salon brothers and sisters then. Whilst Maleke we rethink waiting to be the next strategy and the next plan, because the system we don't build right now inside Sierra Leone. They got them all there together as one. They don't band against we. APC as well as SLPP. Not so everybody inside the APC, I go exclude some. But most of these executives today were inside the APC as a party. Some of them as well. I would say about 90% of them. They don't band with the SLPP. So not for easy for breakthrough the APC as a political party because they get the protection of the SLPP. They get the protection of Marabio. Waiting and do so for past the PR, now for them get total control of these political parties. Because we might like a will be the talk say we can't contest the elections that are country. They know say if we can establish we own political party then we're not going to see light inside the proportional representation system of voting. But they know say we go see light if not constituency based elections, like how we get all the constituency there. They know say the people don't understand, the people don't wake up and entire with this set of foolish members of parliament that they get. They know say they go vote for people like we for going to parliament. Or with parliamentarian they will support, then go vote for them. So then tie bagging against we all they say, okay, then why it look like say if we sit down, that we can't take over this country that we are now, let we block them outside. Let we use the PR system where we say that two major political parties no more go for get seats in this country. They use the PR system against we. So it's not easy for breakthrough these political parties now. It's not for easy for breakthrough them because no matter what, they still get the loyalists them amongst them. So Salon people, I say to one of this. When I've learned a few things over the past few months with social media. Couple tips I want for you now. Number one, not to all man for listen you believe what they say. Anybody where they can no more can't to wait to where they talk, tell now all kind of nonsense, foolishness like that. Use this bubble na Holland where they tell na say elect na Fatima Bio be the next commissioner. Marabio they announce say Marabio don't lost the election. Then tin day when not for they believe then kind of talk then they. It is not substantiated, you don't get no empirical proof or basis. You not believe anything una the yeri. Now the yeri so that useless bobody na Ghana yana they talk all kind of nonsense that they tell me say Brian, that's what he said, that's what he said. I say now they all are lucky mortal man there. But some of una go fall for that nonsense the back. And I go say, oh well, now they can tell with this, now they can tell with that. Una enough left, una can listen for entertainment purposes. That's all fine. Now una get on a data, now una get on a phone, and tell person say no listen. Listen for fun, listen for entertainment. But don't take what these people are saying, not believe them. Anybody can say, that's what they be say, that's what they be say. And for tell on a pinpoint, like who can we tell on say, Honorable China Majuba go na ECOWAS parliament, he dodge. The evidence then everybody's here. The videos are there. The other members of the ECOWAS then they call and they ask, where's Sierra Leone, where's Sierra Leone? So, Cheriko going down, fly down left, you know, even tell them bye-bye. The man is spending go peace. Una know all in here. These are factual stuff. What tell una say I cover the constitution, I quote the constitution for you. It is in the constitution, and I can't tell you no more. Nah, so then say, not so then say. Una not believe all kind of nonsense. Matter of fact, you have to value what you they put in your mind, what you they listen to. So me, not all I listen to. Because I want to feed my mind with positive thoughts. I know that without listen. Some messages I click here and I don't want to listen. Past person tell me say that's what they say, that person say, that's what they say. I don't listen to these idiots. A person go say, hey, that's what you say, oh, that's what I need to say. Oh, okay. But we can we give a message to una. Myself, come record away all the military side where they talk to una about the military. Una no say that man they talk to una. We cash box come they preempt. All within the happen like today. 5 years ago, it tell una all how price of foreign currency get for go up, the exchange rate, all it tell una. Petrol get for go up, it tell una. Because now you won't work down, now specialty down. So these are the things so they say to una. Some people it has gotten to that point in life where una get for know what you not listen. Not believe all kind jack, chill and nonsense. And I want you, I think, so una for don't take over this time. So man can line them up on people and talk all kind of thing. And say, hey, this time we go broke that bank and that this time we go, they don't get no evidence for you. But they can't talk all kind of thing. Some of them they believe anything and they don't believe anything when not backed with evidence. If you don't see the evidence for yourself. We live in this 24th century. We live in a very modern world. Evidences are easy to come by. If you don't see evidence of something possibly talk, don't believe it. Because if you're gonna court, now evidence they win case na court, not to just circumstantial yo. Yes, you get circumstantial evidence, but that physical evidence, and they seal the deal for you where you go safe na court. So these are all the things we fall learn over the past few years. But I'm sad for Salon's democracy. Sierra Leone democracy is dead. I will get for rescue Salon democracy. I don't know. My brother and sister, I don't know. But the democracy as we know it at this particular point in time, don't die. Don't die. How people get forget confidence in the system again for say, well, go vote. May votes go be counted. When a few people don't feel say, you vote no matter, then they decide whether they win election. How people get confidence again for go register. We see how Lisa Chesty them and all these folks, then they go across the country. Ambassador Mulai, they drive a motorcycle, they go across the country. Then they go and watch registration centers them. That's the members of parliament and they are nowhere to be found. These APC members of parliament them. Some people in office enough, but all left the fool. But today I see where APC they go back to parliament to get people and they run for go left there, so they go left in the road. You hope so you go see like that, they see nobody. Sometimes you go see a wife and picking behind them. But salon people, they see money left their business and they go back behind and for go support them. What do? Because the country candidate politics is the only means of connecting. If you don't get connection inside the politics, your life could be miserable. That's what the country don't candidate. They want subject to everybody for rely on a politician for their living. Then they take una, they use una like a dogs them, they abuse una. But Salom's democracy is finished. The government don't care about the welfare of the people, not care about the people and well-being. These are very sad moments. These are very sad times in our nation. They quietly now. I say don't taste more. I just shed light on a few things. But Lord continue to stay hopeful. And I say prayerful, because prayer without action, not get nothing. Lord hope say one day we'll get the freedom we look for. Because the Salon people are not fed up. And not go take if we begin because suicide them, people that they take their life them. Because somebody look in life and say, what are they live for? What are they alive for? But if you're not one of such possible, they think that way. Do I not think so? I want you to be patient. Things might not be looking good today, but tomorrow things will get better. Don't think about taking your life. Don't take your life. Continue for persevere. Continue for hustle the way you go. Allah will make provision for you. Families, them, husbands and wives, I want to talk to her. And be on herself. Woman, maintain your lapa. The poverty don't make you sell yourself. Cheap one to anybody. You and the man wanna work together as a family. Wanna work together. They wanna take care of una picking them. Me girl picking them, most of the girl picking them, they go astray. They see picking them all 14, 15, they didn't treat parary life now. They say don't go begin the prostitute because them papa and mama will for take care of them. And say the only means so I get now for sell me body. So you go see a 16, 17-year-old picky don't sleep with past 500 man. Hey, Bo, what is the value? All because we get wicked politicians them. Someone for talk to now. Reflect on your actions. Una work together as a family. Una bear the small una get. It's better like poor, you get dignity than you get money, but you don't get one respect and dignity. Woman they wanna sleep with man they wanna not say under normal circumstances, not a man this way fit for touch me. But because of 100,000 or 50,000, hey boy, who stand the scatter? We know. Control not the inside the homes them. The vicious cycle continues. In Ghana, in same story continue. Inside young picking we born can't take after in same violent life. So from the picking in grandpa to young papa to the picking, 3 generations affected by physical abuse and violence. Sierra Leone now, 60 years later, over 63 years later after independence, till today, we just a retrogress. When I can then them a quiet moment here, they look then documentary them we get for do with inventions. You go see with man there every day, all day with man in the fit for invent. I'm not going back to earlier inventors them, black people them back in the day with them thief their invention in their hand. But in current times, all day with man in the pamphlet for make invention, how for manufacture this chip, how for make laser, we go work, how for make hydrogen, for letting use them to carry them so diesel no go damage the health of people them. All day with man they think of innovations. We only that in Africa, they think of how for fatting and pockets them. Then if you encourage we young brother and sister that we get inventive specialties. As you are young man, we get a camera radio for a 5 gallon and make some music system there where you press the music there. If you want to play reggae music, you go play reggae music. I don't see another guy with one young man with him, I think Idrissa or something like that. Himself, you know, they into some invention about electric cars in Sierra Leone. You would think people like that in the government go support those kinds of initiatives. But thus they hold it and they sell with mineral resources, then they fatten up them pockets, them, they ship to themselves, then we continue for suffer. What is the way forward, Sierra Leoneans? Them? I don't know. Not by God in power no more now. But anyways, I think it's Saturday. I just wanted to leave this word with you all. Now take care of yourself. Ibrahim. Lord continue for pray for our nation. Lord continue for pray for our people. When I don't listen to anybody who can lie pound. When I don't contribute to the money to post with tell and say I go fet when I can give me money. Post you want fet really, not they talking loud. Post you want go fet, you need talking loud. Because you already know your strategy. Hey, salon people on a wise up or left big fool. Take your money to go give post with the Allah, say one fet. You go get your money. It's in Skanga so. Anyways, bye bye.